Okay, let's just dive right in. Right now, as you're watching this, your attention is probably the most valuable resource on the entire planet. And the thing is, it is under constant attack. Seriously, every little notification, every buzz, every time you find yourself in an endless scroll, it's all part of this massive competition. Not for your money, but for your mind.
So that brings up a really important question. When you give away a little piece of your focus, who does that actually benefit? I mean, really? The answer is way more calculated than you might think. It's valuable to the companies that have, very quietly built an entirely new kind of marketplace. This is a place where your time, your focus, your curiosity, you are the product being bought and sold.
And this whole system has a name. It's called the attention economy. This is basically the hidden engine that runs the entire digital world, and it's a world where your focus itself has been turned into a commodity.
So let's break that down. This isn't just about platforms showing you cool content. No, they are actively shaping that content. They are using these incredibly powerful algorithms to tap into our basic human curiosity, all to keep us hooked for as long as humanly possible.
So what's the real cost of living inside this economy? This isn't just some abstract idea we're talking about. It has a real, tangible, chemical effect on our brains.
And here's exactly how that mechanism works. Every single notification, that little ping or buzz, it triggers a tiny release of dopamine in your brain. It's like a mini reward. But that little reward creates a craving for the next one, and the next one. And it just reinforces this habit until checking your phone isn't even a choice anymore. It's just a reflex.
And the result of being stuck in that constant feedback loop? Well, get this. Our average attention span has reportedly dropped to less than 8 seconds. That is officially shorter than that of a goldfish. It's a pretty shocking statistic, and it shows you just how deeply our brains are being rewired.
And this goes way beyond just, being a little distracted. It is fundamentally changing how we think. We struggle to do any kind of deep reading. We get that little bit of anxiety when we're offline for too long. Our devices have basically become external hard drives for our brains. Think about it. We don't remember things anymore. We just search for them. We don't reflect. We just react.
But the impact, it goes even deeper than just our thoughts. This constant need to be connected isn't just distracting us. It's actually reshaping our very sense of self. We basically end up creating two different versions of ourselves. On one hand, you've got your authentic self, the part of you that thrives on quiet, on reflection, on real depth. And then there's the performative self. That's the one we project online. That version is built for an audience. It craves validation, the likes, the shares, the engagement, more than anything else. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? We are spread so thin across all these different platforms. We're always present somewhere online, but we're almost never fully present right here, in the real world. Our sense of who we are, our coherent self, it just starts to break apart. Now here's the kicker. It is so important to understand that none of this is happening by accident. Our state of constant distraction is the direct result of intentional, incredibly sophisticated design choices made by the architects of our digital world.
I mean, just think about it for a second. The infinite scroll that literally never ends. The videos that just start playing automatically. The variable rewards of pulling down to refresh your feed. Sometimes there's something new, sometimes there isn't. These are not neutral features. They are psychological tricks. And a lot of them are borrowed directly from the design of slot machines, all engineered for one purpose: to keep you hooked.
And that all leads us to a pretty stark and uncomfortable conclusion. In this attention economy, the system isn't really asking for our money. It's asking for our time and our focus, which it then packages up and sells. We've gone from being the customer to being the product on the shelf.
Okay, so that is the problem. And I know, it can feel totally overwhelming. But the goal here isn't to make you feel helpless, it's awareness. Because becoming aware of the problem is the very first step toward reclaiming your mind.
Look, the answer here is not to just reject all technology and go live in a cabin somewhere. I mean, unless you want to. The real goal is to become more discerning. It's about learning how to use these incredibly powerful tools with intention instead of just letting them use you.
So what does that actually look like in real life? Well, it looks like small, deliberate acts of resistance. It's setting real boundaries, like no phones at the dinner table. It's practicing digital minimalism, which just means using fewer tools, but using them with more intention. And it means fiercely protecting your time for deep focus. And this is a big one, learning how to just be bored again.
And this really brings us to the philosophical heart of this whole thing. The philosopher Byung-Chul Han makes this incredible point. Our ability to direct our own attention, that is the very foundation of our freedom. If we lose control over where our focus goes, we really risk losing control over our own thoughts and our own choices.
Every moment of every day is a choice. It's a declaration of what you truly value. So if your attention really is your freedom, then the most important question that all of us have to face is this: where are you going to invest it?